Good morning and afternoon to everyone. Welcome to another Wednesday edition to Live Draw. I fell over. Go here. A little message in the chat. So today again, on the screen, I've got a little self-promotion sketch going here. In my spare time doing a little fun lab experiment with me. So let's see. Last week we explored Dungeon Crawler Carl. We came up with the Goblin Murder Dozer with 3 goblins on it, and we drew that last week. So this week, as promised, I said I was going to start drawing Carl, Princess Donut, and maybe Mongo. I just started reading the second book last night. Still tons of fun. So without further ado, let's start putting some basic shapes and posing of Carl and the group together. We're going to lower the opacity of that. And let's see, we'll come up with there's a lot fan art. Carl is, fairly basic design. We're going to have him running away from the Killdozer. And again, this is not based on just that one scene. We're going to throw some different things in it. So I'm going to have him kind of like punching up as well. So we're going to be, and then something's going to be splatting. And again, this very cartoony run away. Let's see. Get that line of action. Big feet. Let's see, that's going this way. Hips down, shoulders up. He's not a huge guy, he's a bit blocky. Give him his big gauntlet. And then, I don't know. I mean, I know Donut is always on his shoulder. But thinking if we have her running with her. And of her eyes coming this direction and maybe shooting lasers, magic missiles. Big smush. Looking at all kinds of... Cats are very hard for me to draw. So, looking at like 30 or 40 different styles of cat reference. Trying to keep that smush face kind of look, so I don't want to give it too many features. And of course the tiara, which I will have. I want her to be a bit rounded. And then of course, she's kind of stout, I picture when I'm reading the book. So we're gonna do that, and her tail will be yeah. We'll see that. I'll do that for now. We might put her on the shoulder. We don't know yet. So, alright. So let's kind of give Carl a look here. Alright, this. Go. Use this screen here. Yeah. Cool. Alright. I'm gonna kind of give him a scared look here. What is my... Wow. Alright. That never happens. My mouse should not be showing up like that. So, sorry about this, but I'm going to just reboot my program real quick here, folks. Save. Save. Quit. Sorry about that. Okay. We will bring that back up. Get a big picture of me. I apologize. Cool. Oops. Bring it back up. Alright, that's better. Get the screen back. Perfect. Okay. Thank you. It was a memory issue or something. So, pretty square. I'm kind of looking up almost more Disney than I'm used to drawing, but this. All right. And then there's the shoulder. Get up. That. Almost want a drawing. Yeah. Alright. Let's see again. Let's just try to get these basic shapes here. He's got a cape and all that, so like cowl. Let me get no pants, just those boxers. And his big bare feet. Get all this done later. Let's see if he just hits something. Oop. Kind of a big oversized fist here. I'm trying to keep it pretty cartoony. Oop. This kind of get shorter hair from what everybody is. Spiky hair. Maybe something like that. And then this. Basic shapes. Alright, so let's go back to some reference. Yeah, he's got a cowl. I didn't write any notes down when I read it except for the dozer last week, so I'm going to just keep going with that little cowl here. Okay. Come on. That's still going. Beep. This. Cool. Alright. There's that leg. Foot here. This one. Yeah. Again, real rough. This. Get some proportions right. Big stomping feet. That. And rounder nose. Got the cheek out. You kind of disgusted with what he just punched. And then it's kind of a gauntlet with some spikes. We'll do a cuff here. Maybe we'll take one of these. Goblins here. This. And because it's pretty over the top gross book, we will join in that fun. The eye getting knocked out. And we will really cartoon the violence up. And we will give it a severed head. And then let's see. There's the body. This. Big feet. That. And then I usually don't draw a lot of violence, but that's pretty cartoony, so. And the hand is open like that. And whatever weapon it has is falling. And again, toes. Here. Cool. And of course, teeth. Yeah, I should be even further. Yep. I can get those cheeks going up. I might actually take that bit and give it a spine. Alright, cool. Let's check some messages. Let's see. I will go to here first. Okay. Let's see if anybody has stopped in. Nobody yet has anything to say. So, cool. Alright, back here. There's his shorts like this. There's the waist. And there's the other foot. So funny how much I really don't mind drawing feet. They're fun. I like drawing toes. Damn. It's always a challenge, so. Boop. Alright. There's got that line of action. Good flow. Volumize that. Pinky out. That a bit. Dear. Okay, got the swing, got blood drops. Almost ready to do a quick cleanup pass. We're what, 24 minutes in. Cool. I kind of want to try a separate layer. And let's see. Princess donut up here. Utterly disgusted by Carl's violent I just don't. I want to, let's see, maybe our tail is like this. Squishy nose up here. Do, do, do. Let's see. That's one version. We could do another version. Oops. Okay, let's do a kind of wrapped around. There's the tiara. Stubby ears. I wonder this. Do. Ooh, I kind of like that. I kind of like this one. Just wrapped around him. There's that tail. Button there. This foot here. This paw here. And his hair. Do. If anybody has their opinions, I've got 3 versions of Princess. I've got her running beside, wrapped around Carl's head, and just disgusted. That one's boring. We're going with this one. Okay. Let's see. Over here. Hey, Steve. Welcome. Thank you very much. Yeah, super fun drawing these characters. Alright. So let's add a little bit more detail to this under sketch for the goblin here. The leg, foot. He's gonna just have 3 toes. Maybe some wrappings. Here's the arm. There's the oop. hand that was holding the weapon. And there's the poor goblin's head. And then that's the other foot. And there's the tongue coming out. We've got some teeth removed. Everything's kind of motioning up. So there's the eye and the grossness. And let's get I'll do the kind of the accordion thing here with the spine. Cool. All right. So I think I can take that and put this all in a folder. Kind of happy with it. Just gonna move it over here for a minute and reduce it. And let's do let's see, we've got about 30 minutes. And we can do a cleanup here. First cleanup pass. Oh, sweet, dude. Are you going to post what you draw? I can't wait to see it. Soften him up a bit. Very disgusted look on his face here. And of course, he's going to have blood on him. Alright, and then let's see. We've got Princess's paw, Princess Donut's paw. I can come this way with it. Let's give me a bit more. Oops. Again, cats are oh, that sounds awesome. I still need to draw her, like I said I would for you. Maybe that's what I'll do next, is do a Helga's Horns. I love your characters and your stories. Alright, I think she's just more worried about being splatted with goblin goo here. Alright, there's the tail. There's his hair. Yeah, I think that was a good decision on her positioning. Cool. Alright. Let's move on to let's get a t-shirt on, right? That follows the body. That. Again, this is not a final sketch, it's just first cleanup. I think that is his. Cape or cowl here. Cool. Yeah, I get that. It took me ages, and I still get stuck. Like yesterday, I could not get going, so I spread a bunch of just 11 by 17 copy paper all over my kitchen table and just Sharpie markered um, a bunch of sketches, probably 20, to get me going. Sometimes with the digital, it does. It just, I don't know, I feel confined. Um, and that's how I was the last few days. So getting back to that traditional and just working in a bigger space. I mean, I have an XP pen screen, which is a 22 inch, which is it's sizable, but it's still, you end up drawing a lot with your wrist, and always trying to draw with my whole arm or body is it just helps loosen up, and that's hard digitally. And when I teach, especially younger kids, I try to get them out of that mode of drawing like really closed in and tight. So in doing these live helps me avoid a lot of those traps, and it gets me out of that funky zone. So yeah, drawing live helps, and just like you said, getting back to that traditional mindset, traditional paper and pen and all that. Let's fan these fingers out a bit more. Keep that flow. Cool. Let's see, where am I? Okay, let's get to the gauntlet. Yep, exactly. So every day is a learning experience when it comes to what works. Do you and using as many sound effects when I draw it's is always key. Alright, we got some spikes on here. Get rid of some of that boringness in that line. Oh, that's cool. I've only done one mural sized piece ever years ago when I was in Montana, and we did it for a kids painting thing, and we all four of us drew on 8 foot by 4 foot canvases, and we had it all laid out in this guy's basement. And yeah, it's 32 feet of art each. I took one, I think. Yeah, there's four of us, three of us who did 32 feet of art. It was pretty cool. And we just did it in one night, and so it could be delivered and sketched or painted up. We did black and white art. It was pretty fun. All right, let's see. Cool. All right, let's get this goblin done here. Let's go back up to his face. Go with the very cartoony X's for his eyes. And there's his head, some hair. Keeping these lines very wonky. I'll have a tooth up here. It's funny, it's so funny how you change as an artist and grow, but I really don't like drawing violent things anymore. It's been a long time. I like the cartoony and Hanna-Barbera type stuff, that goofy violence, and so trying to capture this. Oh, that's funny, yeah. That's awesome. Big art's cool. Living in Reno now, and with all the burners doing big art all the time, it's fun to see. But yeah, so trying to keep this goofy enough, but you really can't draw Dungeon Crawler Carl without some violence. So might as well go for it. view. Oh, cool. All right. I'm doing pretty happy with this so far. We're gonna use the waistband. Give it some hearts in a minute. Finish this goblin. Ink. Again, let's see. I am going to move his arm up this way. This. Kind of a big fat foot. There's the toes there. Give him some hair. And again, let's bring this violence up a bit. There's the Thanks so much, dude. It was great talking to you, Steve. Enjoy the rest of your day, my friend. Thanks for stopping by and drawing. I'll have to do that again. Cool. Ripped. Alright, ripped his spine right out, so that's an interesting thing that I don't usually do. Alright, I'm going to bring him over here so I can just get a cleaner look. Oops. Alright, put a different layer. And then boop, that. And again, basic shapes. Do. Give him a sharp toenail. And then that. That hair. And then we'll give him some wrappings to help with the volumizing. Maybe some pants like this. Some breeches. And then shoulders down here. Where are we for time? Let's see. Cool, about 50 minutes. Cool. Go here. I like the three-fingered thing here, like that. I think the spine's a little bit big here. Oops. Cool. Alright. Let's see. Kind of want some armor, maybe a belt. This. And this. That's his pants down here. Kind of want to give him a goofy weapon. And again, splayed fingers. And maybe he's got one of these either soup cans or coffee can armors like I drew on the other guys. What do I Alright, maybe this guy has a branch with a fork stuck to it. Cool. Neat. Alright, let's turn off that. And you do this. Boop. Boop. That. Yeah, they're small. They'll be soup cans. Goopy blood. A little bit of a fang. Accordion neck. And let's take this. Oops. That. Oops. All right, a few more minutes. We've got our flatware. That. And then we've got our stick I'm holding it. Cool. Let's go back to here. I just got it low. Let's go back to Carl here. Cool. And of course, we need hearts. Like that. That really is a fun character and a really fun book. I wonder the upsell or uptick sell on Heart Boxer Briefs this year. Cool. All right, there is Princess Donut. She has a necklace too, right? And there's Carl. That. Totally grossed out. Pew. All right. Boo, boo, boo. Let's bring up the dozer. Yeah, I think this will work. The head of this guy's just a bit big. Perfect. All right, about 1 hour exactly. And I think we will stop there. We've got our cape here. Let's turn this off for a minute. Video. Cool. Goo flying everywhere. There's our goblin. unfortunate one that got in their way. Oops. Cool. Alright, let's bring these two just so we can see them. Alright. So, not a bad hour's work on this one. This one will be a fun illustration to finish up. Cool. Alright. Thank you all for joining me on this one. And we will see you next time, I believe. Cool. Put a hole in this. That. Cool. Alright, y'all. I am done with this one for today. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks again, and we'll talk to you soon. Have a good one, guys. Let's bring this all together. Oops. Well, let's do this real quick. Why I have a minute. I'm going to just outline this. So we can see it against our murder dozer. Really quickly, like. Just a quick outline here. Cool. Alright, so that way when we turn on our murder dozer, we have a full illustration here. Like that, dozer. Cool. Alright. So far, so good. Alright, now I'm done. Have a good afternoon, guys. Thanks for stopping by.